On Morning Joe, which is a show nobody watches, columnist Jonathan Capehart offered up a reason for the murder wave sweeping across America. It rhymes with income inequality.
It's the economy, not reaching folks there. I mean, we've been talking around this set and on lots of shows on lots of networks about the divide, the huge gap in income. I should say the income inequality that's out there, where you've got people at the very top who are doing extremely well, people who are at the bottom rung of the economic ladder not doing well and doing worse, especially since the economic collapse of 2008.
Oh, please. Research has actually shown otherwise. Even with the Great Recession, crime declined. And most experts believe that violent crime, unlike property crimes, aren't linked to financial ills, but driven by quarrels, anger, jealousy, dog pictures, and all egged on by drugs and booze. But come on, isn't climate change really at fault?
Definitely.
Don't we know that? But let's imagine Capehart's logic in an actual conversation. Hey, Tom. What's up? Not much, Steve. This economic inequality upsets me. I know. Before it, I was a law-abiding gentleman farmer helping disadvantaged kids, but now I've decided to go shoot cops. Me too. I was once a grade A student in neurobiology, but now I'm going to go torch 7-Elevens. That's Capehart's logic in a nutshell, where it probably belongs, because it's nuts. Fact is, those committing acts of violence now are always the same creeps who were doing it before. But this new mayhem isn't helped by a media that paints police as rogues preying upon a hapless community. So they've reversed the equation, excusing the heathens while smearing police assigned to protect communities from those very same heathens. The result, emboldened creeps who see opportunity in a thin blue line under attack. And so really, this new death wave must rest on the heads of those who feel that character is too much to expect in an evil, racist America. Fact is, crime is going up because the will of our leaders is going down. Hey, Wanzo, what is it about liberal columnists and their desire to justify destructive behavior? Why do they feel they must do that? You don't do that.
I don't do it, but I got to tell you something. You know, you and I argue always.
Yes, we do.
But I agree with you on this. I just don't understand why people make excuses for bad behavior, especially in the Black and Latino community.
Doesn't help the community.
Because I think, you know, you talk about drug use or people who sell drugs. It does nothing but tear apart those communities, and then somehow people are going to make excuses like he's not a bad boy, you know, or it's income inequality. Nonsense, because the statistics are conclusive here, that we have seen crime drop even in the midst of economic recession. So this is just like blather coming out of his head, in my field. Now, you and I can argue about what's going on with cops, but I just wanted to say you and I are on the same page on this, which is dangerous for the audience.
Yes, it's true. It makes me question my own logic now.
Yes, I know.
If I agree with Juan Williams, Eric.
Can I just throw the numbers out and why Capehart is 100% wrong and clearly just playing ideology right here. Violent crime over a 20-year period is down 50%. Murder, rape, assault, robbery, down 50% over that exact same period of time. The poverty rate is exactly the same as it was 20 years ago. We're at 15%. We're as high as a poverty rate in America as we were 20, 30, and 40 years ago. So as poverty has stayed the same, violent crime is going down. So there is clearly no correlation between violent crime and poverty,
but
as Capehart
the temperature has gone up 0.07%. It's gotten a little bit hotter, and we all know that Jonathan Capehart and his friends think that when it gets hotter out, people say, it's hot outside, I think I'm going to go shoot a police officer, or whatever dialogue you were doing. I mean, the excuses are pretty ludicrous. And it's not just, one, if you look at the stats in Democratic cities, this is what's so troubling. It's not just the anti-cop rhetoric, it's the policies behind it. Policies put in place by Bill de Blasio that say, we're not going to have bail for felonies. I mean, they're basically encouraging criminal behavior.
We're not going to have bail for felonies?
Yes, and here in New York, he says he's going to waive bail requirements for felony offenders, and he's decriminalizing all sorts of things, which is leading to even more crime.
The lesson really is what we're seeing in the last, 30, 40 years, is a mentality that divorces behavior from character, that behavior can be blamed on global warming and on wages, unemployment, but not your character.
I can see a desire to want to understand a problem, so that because once you understand and diagnose a problem, then hopefully you can figure out a solution to the problem. But it would be nice if we could all argue from the same set of facts on this. And the facts, you know how they say that the Republicans are anti-science?
Yeah.
It's actually not the case. When conservatives tend to base things on the statistics, on the actual facts, and you have to argue within those.
Yeah.
It's easier to basically open your mouth and let your belly rumble about whatever thoughts are coming in your head.
Was that a jab at my belly? No, it's true that when a fact is uncomfortable, then it becomes a hate fact, then it's discounted.
Right.
If it's a hate fact, we don't want to hear about it, then the emotion takes over.
Facts are facts.
Exactly. All right. Thank you for that, Dana.
You're welcome.
Wow, that was helpful. Facts are facts. Put that on a bumper sticker.